Okay, guys, we are back. He got hit pretty hard with fire. Ended up taking 6, which put him at actually crit 1. And crit 1 is another fatigue, so his fatigue's actually hit 8, and he passes out. Okay, so he takes quite a bit of damage from the fire. So much so. Um, uh, where's the thing? Fucking.
Crit.
Yeah, so much so they false crit, and his crit effect is he took an extra level of fatigue, which means he passes out. And combat is over for the most part. How long does it take you to... I guess he'll be back. He'll be like at 7 fatigue in a few
10
minutes here.
10 minutes to wake up, and then 10 minutes of rest will restore 1 level of fatigue per 10 minutes.
Alright.
I think is what it is.
Yeah, and he pretty much is unconscious, like Sarah was saying, for 10 minus his toughness bonus in minutes. Minimum of 1 minute.
So, 2.
So I have some of those handcuff things that we carry, but I don't know how effective they're going to be on a psyker.
I'm gonna start disconnecting all the wires that like he has hooked up to himself, and like dismantling his armor.
Okay, so you're like strip him?
Fuck yeah.
That's kind of gay, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay, I'm a tech marine, got lots of things.
Wouldn't it like take you
You
a
don't know
few
where my
minutes
elector's been.
Wouldn't it like take you a few minutes to pull off power armor?
It's supposed to take like 5 minimum, if you're observing all the rites and rituals, but since this is tainted like chaos machine stuff, I'm pretty much gonna use my servo arm just to ruin the armor and pry it all off.
Alright, so like a minute or so, probably. I'm just wondering if it's gonna run over
Your
in a few
discretion.
minutes.
Is it
Well, I mean,
pretty
when he
old
gets
armor,
close, I'm
though?
gonna do the stun. I'm gonna stun him again. So
You could save it and reforge it.
Reforge chaos armor?
Yeah, they reforge chaos weapons.
Okay. Alright, so you just start pulling armor bits and pieces and stuff off of him. Start revealing his naked flesh underneath. And while that's...
I will run to them during that.
Yeah.
Once the armor's off, we need to bound and gag him.
Okay. So, alright, so like a
Rip up
minute...
his robes and we'll make a blindfold. Stuff something in his mouth so he'll be fucking quiet.
Alright. So you pull off the robes from his power armor, then you dismantle his power armor off of him. So about a minute and a half or so goes by, and he's dismantled. And he's just sitting on the ground now. Or laying there.
I suggest we stun him again. May he not wake up. Put him into a coma.
So you're just gonna... Alright, so you're gonna stun him. Again?
No, we don't need to
We
comatose him anymore. Bound and gag him,
need-
we'll send him back to the ship for
What?
whatever they have to store him in. Stasis cell.
You speak wisdom, Dominic. My passion's got a hold of me.
Do not fear Casilisk, but we need him awake and alive for questioning when we get back on board the ship. Brother Dominic does have the right idea of binding his arms and legs and stuffing something in his mouth so he can no longer speak and try and taint us with his foul words.
could we have sent him into suspended animation, brothers?
That's actually what I was going to ask. Are we able to, Hosen? Forcefully make a space marine go into suspended animation?
If he was still wearing all of his armor and stuff, I think, right? Is it armor induced or is it gland induced?
No, it's the gland in the body.
I
Armor
would
just seals you inside.
I would say you need a Medicate test.
Well,
Cause
do it. What's the worst that could happen? Besides
Fuck up his eyes.
our hostage.
I was about to say, I could scratch his eye open.
He's still there. That
Success!
looks like a success.
Alright, so you activate his suspended animation, and he goes into suspended animation for however long he would go into it for. What kind of time length are you looking at for it?
Well, I guess when he gets back to the ship, they can wake him back up, but
So until
preferably
Until
for as long as
somebody-
we can.
somebody medicates him again and wakes him out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
That works.
We have plans for him.
Okay. So you put him in, you activate his body's suspended animation, and he's stuck in it until somebody pulls him out of it.
Which is it? Which cogitators are all burned up? Is it the 3 to the left?
3 to the left, yeah. Those one that Diz are stepping on, those 3 are burned up.
Okay, dude. Start giving us orders. I'm not going to do it for us.
Well, brothers, we have succeeded in taking down this chaos filth. Now, we must look over the machine standing in the middle of the room. Brother Casilisk, I need you to look over the 2 remaining terminals and see if you can repair the other 3 and see what data and information it can give about what Archimedes has been working on. Brother Sorrow, Brother Dominic, and Brother Shadris, I need you to accompany me down to the Project Eden robot to see if we can do anything to it, to see if it is
Robot.
powered up while Brother Cassilis works on the terminals up here. Unless one of you wishes to stay with Brother Cassilis.
Hosen, are there any things leading out to the Titan up near its body that we can go into?
Oh, like openings on him?
Yeah, like they're like any platforms that take us to like the door on him somewhere or something. You don't really just go in their feet. It's all
No.
motors and stuff. You have to go in through the body.
No, you don't.
So he's just standing out there by his lonesome.
Yeah. Roll an awareness, I guess. Sight.
Fail. Well, pass. It's sight.
Okay. There is, when you look over across the other side, on the other side of the room, like here,
Okay.
where there's indentations that would lead you to believe that there's a bridge extension that's pulled into the wall, or like the walkway kind of thing there, and that if if power given to it, could extend out to the back of the Titan.
Castless, while you search through the mainframes, try find a way, or see if there's a bridge. I don't know if they're like code. See if there's a bridge code that you can use to extend something out to the Titan. I'm going to go inspect the bridge itself and see if any information can be gained from it.
Acknowledged. Don't know what kind of tech use this test this is, Hosen.
You're just accessing information and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all open, no tech use needed. The cogitators are still
Okay.
working and functional. Though I do actually need to use the bathroom again, so I'll be right back. 1 second.
To see if Hosen lets us even use it. It is a Titan. We probably can't even drive it if it's
I'm back.
still just a normal Titan, because you have to be a princess. I mean, even Mal's character has no idea how to operate one. You have to.
Yeah, I don't have any archaeo tech or anything.
Yeah, you don't just pilot. You actually have to specifically engineer yourself to even be able to link up with it and use a Titan. Period. And then you have to have like 15 or 20 people to work one of these normally. You have to have officers and stuff to just know how to drive the fucking thing. People to monitor logistics, auspecs, people to monitor engines, weapons. We do not have the training for this at all.
You don't need it.
Which is too bad, because I'm with you, Diz. I would really like to flatten something with a Titan.
The damage would be immense.
Oh, dude. It's like, what's that over there? Hive Tyrant? Okay, no more Hive Tyrant.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
We're opining about the usage of a Titan.
So what are you guys thinking about?
Oh,
Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can spot where these like what cables from the Titans are going. See if I can find anything out about what these cables do, if they're powering the facility or anything.
They run around different parts of the room, mostly leading up to the 5 cogitators up there. Some of them go into other electrical equipment that's scattered around the room. Well, there you go. They kind of scatter around the room everywhere, leading into various ports on the Titan, as well as linked up with the cogitators and, other electrical equipment.
this
I can't
bridge over
figure
here,
out.
are there any buttons for it, or is it going to be a cogitator one?
There's no buttons or terminals or anything over there that would indicate the controls of a bridge.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And also, Hausen, I'm gonna see if I can spot any vents down here. Like there was talk about vent system. Wanna see what's up with that.
Okay. You search around the room. There are a few ventilation systems that do lead into this part.
I'm gonna investigate the Titan, see if there's any access from these cogitators, or what I can't access, what's damaged. Just do an overall status and diagnostics.
Okay. Terminals reveal they reveal the weapon systems, shielding systems, piloting requirements, and everything else needed to operate Project Eden, as well as there's a lot of other fail-safes that are put in place to keep others from knowing about it. Like a lot of links and stuff that would be connected, like other cogitators in this chapter house that was probably at one point linked up to it. There seems to be a lot of blocks that were put in place so that they would not be able to access whatever information would be stored in these cogitators. But everything as far as weapon systems, requirements to actually use it, shielding systems, anything you'd ever need to know about using this Titan is pretty much stored on these databases.
I have access to everything about this project, all the information. I recommend we get in touch with Raven and transport as much as we can, and actually ask him what he wants us to do with this.
Did you find a bridge access for me?
There's
Yeah, I already activated it.
there's there's bridge access and stuff, and there's access
I
to
would like
everything.
I'd like to go to the Titan then, if the bridge is spanned or what. Give me a good reading off of it, hopefully.
Okay. So you go up to the back of it, right?
Yep.
Okay. There seems to be an entrance hatch on it, well sealed.
I'm gonna do a science test, but just to see if I could even sense anything, because I don't know, like, if it's radiating energy or anything.
Okay.
You never know what's in there.
Normal cyanides.
Fail.
Okay.
I guess I will, since it's well sealed. I don't know how to open a door, I guess, for Titans, so.
The hatch can be opened with the cogitators, as you have discovered, Cassilus. You have controls for like everything, so I don't know.
Do we wish to explore in the innards of the Titan?
I would like to see for myself this warp energy. What is producing this warp energy? I don't know if it matters, because I don't know if you're going to do anything, but, oh, well, okay, in character. I wouldn't suggest anybody follow my character in until I've given an okay. So, hold your ground until you've received my signal.
I shall stand here, brother Dominic.
What was the last thing that Archimedes was looking at? I'm going to try to look through the logs.
A lot of his stuff is actually scrambled, and it's a lot of repeats. Almost as if he's repeating the same commands over and over and over again throughout the years as he's been here. A lot of it has to do with mainly maintaining a specific energy level on the Titan, which is one that would be near ready to launch, but yet still keeping the Titan's machine spirit under check, disallowing it from coming out, I guess. There's traces of psychic powers being used as well, in the form of, I guess, more bluntly, like a machine curse psychic power that's also been used to help keep everything in check. A lot of the stuff he's been working on just seems like a lot of maintenance stuff. There's some logs that date really far back. I would say, thousands of years old, that talk about, that are, they're entered by him, and they talk about his works on the project, and how, he just talks about how he talks about progress on something called the psychic chamber. He's wearing a helmet.
Did he have a book or anything on him that might be valuable as a artifact?
Yeah, probably.
Like are his robes inscribed and stuff? I'll come back and check it here in a minute. I'm not gonna say I checked it.
He'd have stuff that's like similar to what you would have, most likely.
Okay, well I'll check
Somewhere.
over him here in a moment then.
Right.
So there is a lot that has been entered here that I'm not unsure of. I would recommend either you come over here and help me discern what's going on, rather than stepping into the maw of the lion.
Am I gonna be able to help him, Hosen? What is it? Scrambled.
You have tech
Am I
use?
gonna be able to do anything?
It's not so much
No.
scramble, but it's just a lot of repeat entries.
You said also there was psychic energy, though. There's like a lot of traces of that kind of stuff going on that he was
Yeah.
using to also maintain the machine spirit.
Right. So that, yeah, he could help you figure that stuff out, but that's it's all like machine curse psychic abilities and stuff like that.
And I don't have those. Although I can at least check. That's actually why I'd come over here near the Titan to begin with, was to see if I could get a good reading of what the hell its warp energies were doing. But I will venture back all the way over here. Okay. I'm not actually sure how I would go about reading the warp energy from a cogitate, but I guess I'll just kind of trace it and see what it said.
Okay.
Based on my
Everyone
science.
roll awareness. Hearing.
Success.
Success.
Okay.
3 degrees of success.
Degrees. Is it sight and hearing?
Hearing. Just hearing.
We all succeeded.
Okay. Back down at the end of the hallway where you had traveled from, where the elevator is, you can hear it operating again and traveling back up.
The elevator itself, the big one we rode down,
Yes, the elevator itself is going back
it's
up.
going up.
Brother Kaslisk, are there any commands on the terminal to see if there are any cameras back where the elevator was to see who was activating it?
I'll look for them, for all the surveillance equipment. And yeah, to stop the elevator.
There is surveillance equipment throughout the throughout like this bottom area and stuff. There's no surveillance stuff on the top. You could try to stop it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll try to stop it.
Okay. So you stop it, and it momentarily stops, and then it starts up again. It starts going back up.
I'm gonna set a looping subroutine just to automatically issue a stop every time it starts.
Tech use.
Very successful.
How many degrees?
A bunch.
A bunch.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 degrees probably.
That's 6 degrees of success.
Okay. All right, so you stop the elevator from going back up.
It was a good roll.
Someone is calling the elevator. We have to act quickly on what we want to do with this. I can seal the door because I have access via remote to the other terminal, and we can go investigate. I don't think there's any other entrances in here. I quickly scan just to make sure.
Gonna sneeze. No, there's not.
There's no other entrances. This is it. We can hold this area and hold this point. Contact Rafin. I don't know any other course of action. Can anyone else think of anything?
Could you possibly, from here, if not, I can travel there myself, activate the terminal that the first terminal we ran into when we arrived down here, so that no one is able to activate the first blast door?
I can certainly try. I did hook up the microbead to it.
Yeah. This cogitator has
Alright.
access to like everything, so it's like the main cogitator.
I
Do you want to hole up in here, Marcus? Is that what you're suggesting?
I advise, so no one disturbs us, we close both blast doors and continue our investigation on Project Eden. Is that what the Titans call it, Project Eden? Like, so I don't keep referring to it wrongly?
That's correct. You're doing good.
Okay.
Personally, Brother Marcus, I think that there are many other more specialized investigators that, well, I mean, should be doing this, unless we're the only ones who can. Shouldn't we question Rafin about this?
I agree. We should contact Raven before any action is taken.
This is true, but the last thing I want is for the Imperial Guardsmen to show up and try and take over our investigation.
We have time. They'll be hard pressed to get down 300 meters worth of shaft.
Shaft.
Long, hard shaft. Yeah. But we must contact Raven first, but we don't have to do only one thing at a time. There are 4 of us. Because I am going to do my sign of science thing on whatever the hell I'm supposed to be figuring out with a cogitator. I have no idea how the warp interacts with machinery, so... Well, I mean, my character probably knows, but I myself, I have no idea what I would do to interact with it. I guess I'll just stare at it.
Sinise test.
Success by 4 degrees. 5 degrees, actually. So.
Okay. There's multiple instances in data logs, or not. Well, there's multiple instances of psychic ability machine curse being used to either restrict outside access from being allowed in, or certain data files and stuff have also been locked down. It's mainly to prevent outside sources coming in on the stuff in these terminals and what's happening in this room.
Like, okay. Cassius, you may need to expand your search through the network. Anything that has been trying to enter into the servers in this room specifically, because the powers used on these cogitators, or the powers used, are specifically for repelling outside attacks or barring entrance, or of course controlling machines, but that's not.
Setting inquiry path to expand scope of search, and I'll do exactly what Sarah wanted.
Is it like main generator in for this building?
Yes.
Oh, good. The Titan empowering everything. That's awesome. It does seem one block stands. Well, yeah, it does seem one block of data stands out from the rest, and it seems to lead to the main generator, as far as my sign of science can track it.
I'm gonna try to bust through that block. and see what else we can notice and gather.
Tech use. Challenging.
Amazingly successful.
Okay.
6 degrees.
So you're able to access the main generator, which is stock full of power. None of it being used.
There's no power being used, even though the generator's at max capacity. Anything else I can notice here? Any conclusion we can draw from all this?
Draw your own conclusion, perhaps.
Did you tell the whole team?
Yeah, I'm telling everybody what I know.
Alright. Maybe turn on the generator and turn off everything else that powers this facility, perhaps.
Alright, gonna shut down everything.
You shut everything down?
In small sectors, yeah. Just start shutting things down.
Okay. Well, mostly the block that you had found is a block that was to the main generator of this chapter house, which is currently being unused, though it's stock full of power. It's been prevented from entering this room, as well as on other ends entering other rooms in the chapter. It's been secluded for a really long time. It's not actually powering anything. It's just kind of sitting there.
Okay, and just to clarify, this is the power generator of the Titan, or a generator somewhere else in the fortress?
It's somewhere else in the fortress.
Alright. Proceeding to Code Red, shutdown of power core in chapter house. Whatever it's powering, it won't be powered anymore.
Okay. So you shut down the main generator?
Unless anyone says no.
I say no.
What is your reason?
My reasoning is that I believe we need to. Well, I don't know. Hang on. How long does it take to restart a generator? If we would have to, and have it have enough power to power the lift up and down.
A long
Does it take
fucking
a-
time,
I mean-
probably.
Yeah, I figured as much. I would advise against shutting down the power until we know for sure that we aren't going to be unable to move the Titan at this time, because we still need to ride the lift up and down. And if all else fails, we need to shut the Titan down. And if you shut both of them down, we'll have no power, and we'll be trapped in here. Because there's no digging our way out of this. We're way the fuck down here.
That's
There
what
must
I
be other
mean as well.
ways out. There must be like there's always maintenance shafts and other things we can take and use other than just the main shaft.
The elevator is currently running on backup generators, but backup generators only last so long.
Well, it's been
So
lasting
to
for a
get
long
this-
time so far, right?
Maybe.
So to get this clear, just quick, so I don't confuse this up. The main generator doesn't power anything right now.
It's
Right.
just idling.
Okay, so my suggestion was to let the generator power everything and turn whatever else was powering the facility off, not the generator. That was my suggestion, but just so.
Oh, so that way we could possibly turn off all access, not access, turn off like the stuff that's coming either to or from the Titan off, and then switch that over to the generator. That way the generator powers everything, and we could continue working on the Titan. Is that what you're saying? Because I'm also trying to grasp this
Exactly.
myself.
Yes, exactly, that's what I'm saying.
My suggestion of why we should shut everything down is because we don't know why this was being blocked. What sort of foul, arcane witchery was being worked on the machine spirits here?
I really
Brother
do
Cat.
think we should leave everything as it is until we contact Raffin. We need to find
Agreed.
out what he wants us to do with this. He doesn't even know what it is, I don't think. So, this is important. We need to contact him.
Very well. I shall. I'm sorry, Brother Castles.
I said let's do that.
Very well. I shall contact Watch Captain Raffin. Is it Raffin or Rafin? Doesn't
Raffin.
matter. Raffin. Okay. And then over a, I'm hoping, secured box channel to the ship. Watch Captain Raffin, come in. This is Kill Team Leader Marcus. Watch Captain Raffin, do you read? Well, brothers, Raffin is not responding to my signals. Perhaps we are too far underground for there to be any signal.
Castlist, can you boost the signal through the stuff? I mean, all the systems are operational on the Titan, aren't it? Titans have long-range Vox shit on them. They're basically moving bases. We could at least try to use it.
I'm very hesitant to, as it's been tainted.
Perhaps
Do we
you could.
know it's been tainted?
I didn't hear that, sorry.
I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
go ahead, Tom.
Do we know it's tainted? Or did we... Or is that just postulation?
I think that's
Guessing? Are we
guess.
guessing?
Are you asking
that
me?
it's-
I don't know. I
I'm
don't
just
think,
asking, period. Are we guessing that it's tainted?
I think it's a guess.
I mean,
'cause
we have... Okay, yeah.
I've not confirmed that it's tainted. So
This is true. Perhaps then we should feel out the system, but we still need to get a signal out of here. I do have a teleport homer still. I don't know if it'll work because I can't contact anybody. So they know our location, but they can't get a hold of it because it's just teleport. Does anybody have any long-range scanning stuff?
What about the fortress? Does it have anything like what, a Vox system?
the fortress itself.
No, the other fortress we're in. Yeah, the fortress itself. Yeah.
It has like communication relay systems and stuff, though a lot of it's damaged.
I can attempt to patch through our Vox system and codes and empower a signal to get it out of here and try to reach the kill ship. I'm gonna do that.
It's wire damage.
Okay. Where are the wires?
Surface.
We will have to go under the surface in order to repair the wire damage that's been done. While we're up there, I guess maybe we could even try to patch through communications to Rafen. In the meantime, we can lock this place down by controlling the 2 blast doors and encrypting the codes for access.
Maybe you should lock down the vent system so nothing can come down here.
Already done.
Brother Castles, before we go, would it be possible for you to get in touch with the Titan's machine spirit and speak with it? Would it be able to tell you if anything was wrong with it?
Don't do it, bro.
I'm very hesitant to. This thing has been exposed to millennia of corruption. Such machine spirits have made lesser men go insane, let alone the son of an emperor.
That is what I was wondering, if it would have possibly have been corrupted or maybe still on our side and able to be saved. It was just a thought.
We can attempt to turn it on and try to speak to it, but again, it is a great risk, and we have a very slow escape route out. Even if it didn't matter, it could probably plow through this entire fortress with its weaponry.
It was understandable. I do not wish to risk a tech marine such as yourself to try and contact a tainted machine spirit. Well then, brothers, let us lock this place down so that no one may venture in here while we are away.
So all 4 of you are going to be leaving this room and traveling back up through the elevator shaft?
No. I haven't got to search my guy yet because all we've done is talk. I'm still waiting on that.
Okay. What are you trying to do, Sorrow? Search what?
The dude.
The Titan?
Archimedes?
Oh,
No.
Archimedes.
I still would like to go into the Titan, but right now I'm going to search Archimedes since I'm over here. I mean, does he have does he have anything librarian on him? Any books or data chips, whatever they're called?
He has
Pieces of
his force
clothing
sword.
or armor that may be awesome. Force sword.
He has his
Is
force
it-
sword.
Can I tell if it's like mastercrafted or anything?
Cassius could probably tell. It's also
I thought so.
make a Sinetius test on it.
Pass.
It's resonating warp energies. Corrupted warp energies. Or not super corrupted warp energies. Well, because everything's warp energies, but it's a pretty tainted weapon.
Right.
As for other things on him, bolt pistol, chaos armor. He has some bolt pistol magazines. He has his, robes on, which would be, and that's kind of it.
Okay. Because you have that picture, but I have no idea what he has on him.
Right.
So it's just I didn't know if he had like a book or something that he was carrying as well. Could I carry one? So just checking. Also, he is bound and gagged, and doesn't have any armor or anything on. So he's just laying
Right.
naked, stunned, stunned and naked. So what's our plan? We are locking this place down. Should we try to turn off the Titan? At least shut down most of its systems again? Because it's not alive, Hosen said in his thing. So it's just a machine at the moment. It has no machine spirit in it. I'm assuming because... it has a machine spirit, but it's like sleeping. I don't think it's awake yet. I think it's just standing there. It's a pretty statue at the moment. With a lot of power in it. So, we can try using it to patch through, or I would suggest shutting it down. Because even if we lock this place down, it still would be safer too. I would hate for somebody to hack into it now or anything, since Archimedes is not watching this anymore.
Then we shall shut it down.
Before we go up, do any of you think it would be wise to leave maybe one or two of us here as a detachment, either in this room or where the elevator is located?
Honestly, brother, I'm not sure how far up we have to go, but we had a clear signal when we were still inside the fortress. The only distance we've really traveled is down.
Pretty far down.
That was his exact measurement. It was 300 some odd
Yeah.
meters. That's not exact if it's some. We're fucking way down here. It's probably a shielded room too, so I don't know how far the shielding extends since this was all top secret stuff. If we split the group, which I would advise against as well, on our way up with the elevator, we will be susceptible to fire from enemies if they're above us, which they probably are, unless it's the Inquisitor, because we have no top cover. We only have those side covers. So we will have no protection on our way up from anything, basically.
But by the way, on our way down, we still had communication with the Inquisitor. So maybe we don't have to go, like, all the way up. Maybe just halfway, and we could walk. Would make sense.
We may just need to get out of this room. Oh, that's right. It was their servo skull.
Oh.
In any
That
case,
is a good idea, though.
I agree.
I could attempt to contact Raffin when we reach the elevator before we go up. That way, if I'm able to patch through to him, it would not waste time.
Perhaps then you and I hate doing this, Jiz. This is your job. Perhaps then you and Cassius can stay here and start shutting down the Titan, or at least trying to, seeing what all you can shut off. Me and Shadris will take the prisoner and see if we can contact Raffin from the second blast door from us, so the first one we enter. And at least set up a forward watch there, because we'll still be
Very
in
well.
contact range.
And to cover this subject, in case we run into the Inquisitor, he must know, at least not yet, he must not hear a word of what is in this room.
If
Is
we
that
run
understood?
into the Inquisitor, understood. If we run into him, he will learn nothing.
Very good. Now, do you both feel confident in going on your own? I do not wish for anything to happen to you both.
Well, yes.
Yes, me too.
A 3-cord rope is not easily broken, Marcus.
This is true. Very well, brothers. May the Emperor guide you.
So we venture here, Hosep, and I guess you can do their stuff. I'm gonna use the bathroom while
Okay.
we're walking.
Okay. Disney Cassius, what are you two doing?
Shut it down. The Titan.
Okay. As you go
I'm
to
also going to rescind. Oh, I'm gonna communicate to Sorrow and Kyler. Sorry. Fuck. What's your guy's name?
Shadris.
Shadris.
Thanks, Shadra. Sorry. Just tell me when you need the elevator. I'll release it from the subroutine I created.
Very well. We will do.
okay.
Then shut this down, right, Marcus?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you hit some buttons and go to the final screen to shut it down. As you do it, small video message pops up on it, and it's Archimedes. It's his face from a long time ago, probably much younger version of him. It says, "If you are in this part of the cogitator, then I guess you are going to be shutting down Project Eden. If you do this, all the work that I have invested in it will be gone. The psychic chamber that I have installed upon it must have power running to it at all time. If you shut it down, it may never power back on. Though, if you're also seeing this, I am probably dead, and none of this really matters to me."
So, Brother Cassius, from this video, does that mean shutting off the Titan now will put the Titan in a permanent shutdown state?
It will destroy this machine. It will destroy this precious artifact that we were after. But it could also destroy a great weapon of chaos as well. Potentially. Unless Archimedes was just insane.
Might be more sane than you think, or more insane than you think.
Perhaps, but I do not wish to see such a great tool of the Imperium be of no use to us.
It is your call.
Is there a way you can hack into the system and go around what Archimedes has done and what the video that he put into the system has done?
To clearly understand what you're saying, the only thing that must remain powered is the psychic chamber. If we shut down the Titan, he loses the majority of his work, but the psychic chamber can still be powered and kept alive. So the Titan will be useless, at least for the meantime, but that artifact that he installed in it won't be. Is that what you're asking?
What I'm asking, Brother Casilisk, is if we shut down the chamber, what chamber was it? The mind chamber or whatever the hell Archimedes put into it?
The psychic chamber?
Yeah, that's the word. If we shut down the psychic chamber, the Titan will be of no use to anyone forever. Is that correct?
From what I can understand, shutting down the Titan or shutting down the psychic chamber will both nullify different parts of this artifact.
But if we shut down the psychic chamber, which is only one part of the Titan would still be functional, I would imagine.
Archimedes' work also included the Titan itself. As far as I assume, the Titan would still be usable. Based upon this video, I do not know how much we can trust from an ancient Pictcast of a man who is now a traitor.
This is true, but again, I do not, as I said, wish to see a tool of the Imperium be cast aside. Why do we not, let's attempt
Well,
to...
let's see then. Why don't we access the database and see what Archimedes' work involved?
Very well.
That's what we'll do, Hosen.
Okay. So you are going to be searching for like past data logs and like work done on it?
Guess so. It's the only way to tell.
Okay. Okay. So you look through his data logs, pulling out parts and pieces of it that may be of importance to you. They track a lot of the work that he's done, installed parts, different things like that. Calculations and configurations that are way beyond normal things, stuff you've never seen before, since it has a lot to do with this psychic chamber. He makes a lot of notes in it, saying that this has to be one of the first Titans ever to include the psychic chamber, and then he also has notes on the chamber itself. So this is a room in which you can put somebody with psychic powers into it and amplify that person's output, and be able to use it to cause tons of destruction along with the regular power of a Titan. There's a lot of notes saying that it's, highly prototyped, has yet to be tested in a Titan, but there are some mentions of, psychic chambers being put in other places and things like that, and stuff like that. And again, a lot of the data logs is just a lot of like, today we put in this part of the psychic chamber and everything went according to plans. Few months or so down the road, we should have Eden fully operational. Then his notes start to turn into more of a jealousy kind of thing. He says the other chapter, or the members of this chapter, do not seem to trust me, which is probably a good thing for them, because I can understand how it could be so hard to trust somebody who is with as much aptitude as I have for the warp. But this project has grown something has grown to something far beyond any one Space Marine. It must be completed and regulated. And once it is ready to be deployed, it should be deployed given the proper crew to arm it. As more data logs go on, his, I guess his paranoia starts to set in and stuff like that. He says things like, "I've heard other Space Marines talk about removing me from the project. This cannot happen. I've been placed here by the Emperor himself. Why can they go against his will? Why can they even think about pulling me off this project? I will not stand for this." And that becomes near the end of his data logs and stuff like that.
These psychic chambers, are they filled with people? Do they have like subjects like resting in them? Is that how they get their power, or are they just like places for librarians and other psychers to rest and have their psychic input?
Data logs suggest that it would only require one person to operate the psychic chamber. Of course, they'd have to be a psyker.
Okay, Marcus, you have the data as well as I.
Well, it appears all the psychic chamber does is amplify its power if a strong enough psyker runs the machine. Let us see what happens when we shut down the psychic chamber.
Yeah, I relay it.
Okay, so they've relayed this information over to you, Shadris and Sarah, as you guys move towards the elevator, getting ready to do your setup stuff.
I strongly suggest you wait for Captain Raven, for Captain Raven's input, but the decision is up to you, Marcus, as always.
I agree with Shadra. I still think we should withhold action until we get in contact with Raffen.
Okay. Shadris and Sarah, your intentions are to go up the elevator, correct?
No, well, now that we're here, I'd like to see if I can get in contact with the ship, especially since I have a clear shot, I'm assuming, up beyond the elevator, of course. But maybe it's less shielded. Do I receive any signal or anything from here?
The elevator is the shaft is currently clogged with the elevator. You still don't have a signal.
Is there... Oh, the stuff in this room is junk, right? Is there any big junk that we could use as above cover? Like stacking cars up and stuff?
Yeah, there's old like shitted up vehicles with, they're just all like torn apart and stuff, but there's like frames and shit of like old rhinos and the things like that, predators. It's just a lot of scrap metal and stuff off of them. Like you could, well, probably not. I was gonna say, like, if you spend a lot of time, you might actually be able to repair one and make a predator out of what's here, but the materials are so old that it probably wouldn't. It'd be like its armor value would be like 1. It just fall apart like as
Wasn't
you
shielded like
roll with it.
the blast door stuff was, so God, it's old. I guess. Well, I don't know. I guess since we're here, Shadris,
Yes, brother?
I believe you were touched by the warp in that battle?
I was unfortunately controlled by this witch.
I am no chaplain, but should you ever seek to understand what happened, you can ask. But understand that what did happen was not of your own will, so it is not. You are not to blame for shooting, for shooting another Marine. Don't focus that rage at yourself. That will always harm you, especially in the ways of chaos. Because once you've been touched by warp powers, you always need to strengthen your mind and keep your will focused ahead. Don't ever get caught up on that stuff. Don't ever get caught up on stuff that has already happened, because it will just turn you chaotic. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to the dark side. All that jazz.
Thank you, Master Yoda. No, but yeah, thank you, brother. I will keep that in mind.
But beyond that, what do you think we should do now that, since we are unable to contact Raffin again? Should we head back to those two, or do you think we should set up?
My suggestion would be to ask Casellas if he could find any way possible to open a way without, like, open the shaft up there so we get a clear signal. But if anything else, we could walks to them to go up and see if we can walks to the ship without being on the surface.
Cassilus, do you read?
I'm here.
Would you lower the elevator for us, if you were able to?
I cancel the subroutine and force the elevator down.
Alright, it starts to lower down. It'll be touchdown within like 30 seconds. It didn't go very far up before he was able to stop it.
Once it just breaks seal or what, Hosen, to see if we can contact him again. And if not, we'll set about doing things, I guess.
Okay. So a few seconds passed, 5-6 seconds, and the seal breaks. Looking way up there, you can see the little bit of light.
Are we able to boost our own Vox signal with like power from this cogitator or something?
Yeah, you might be able to, but it'd be a tech use.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm just pondering. Cassilus, it seems we can see this surface from here. Not that that matters, but it may be possible for us to boost your Vox system specifically to contact the ship, or at least contact a surface party who may be able to relay our message before we go up anyway.
Alright, I'm gonna try this then.
Alright. Okay, wait, I'm confused. So you go down the hallway and you link up, or are you just boosting the signal for me?
I'll go down the hallway.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Okay, so go for it. Shedris and Sarah, make an awareness test. Sight.
I pass.
Okay, as you look up the long shaft going up and down, you see like some heads kind of like poke over and look down at you guys and stuff. And there's a servo skull that's like heading down, but it's not going to reach you for at least a minute or so.
Since I have my... Sorry, wait. Since I have my telescopic sight, can I identify the head? Since my gun has a pretty far range.
You failed your awareness
truly...
test. You didn't notice any of this.
Ah.
Only Sorrow sees them. You don't see
Never
any of
mind.
this. Sorry.
I actually
Wow.
have magnoculars. Here, Shadris, take a look through these magnoculars and tell me what you see, since you want to look. Although I do notice a servo skull and many heads, I'm assuming it is our friend the Inquisitor. Though this does
I'm
not
gonna
bode
lock-
well for us.
I want to lock the blast doors by using the micro bead uplink.
You're gonna close both of them?
Just one.
Oh, okay. Front or back?
Front.
All right. So you shut it down.
We locking Diz in? Yes.
Diz, you're in a room all alone with a Titan. You could do anything and nobody would notice you do it.
Oh my god.
Do you realize what you just did, Kesselis? You locked Diz in a room with a Titan.
Oh no.
That's more dangerous than all the Xenos combined on this planet. Fucking Diz. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go up here though and just try to boost my signal and, or however else I can, and try to get a communication.
Okay. So you're able to boost your signal more. So the only thing left to do is to give it a try.
Give it a try.
Okay. So words, communication words to Raffin. That's what I need.
This is Tech Marine Castless. Watch Captain Rafen. Are you there?
Rafen reporting in. It's been a while since you guys have contacted me. How's everything doing down there?
I'm gonna patch everyone else through on the box and just link them in.
Certainly.
Marcus, we have Rafen on the line.
This is good to hear, brothers. Can my box, like, reach through the fucking... I obviously can't talk to Raffen from here, I'm guessing, right?
You
But I can
can.
still reach...
You can.
Oh, I can now?
Yeah.
You're going through me.
Patch this in.
This is great news, Brother Cassos. Watch Captain Rafen. This is Brother Marcus reporting in.
Ah, Marcus. I hope you have good news for me this time.
Yes, sir. This is good news. We have discovered the relic you wished for us to obtain. It is a Titan.
He's like, it's a what?
It is a Titan, Watch Captain, codenamed Project Eden.
Wow. What a surprise. That'll be fun extracting that.
Watch Captain, we have also run into a problem with the Titan, however. It appears that a heretic named... what the hell is his name? Archimedes has been working on this Titan for a very long time, and we fear that something may be wrong with the machine spirit. It may be tainted, and we are unsure of what you want us to do with this Titan.
I see. Has Castos run diagnostics on it yet?
Yes, I have, Watch Captain. And the reports come out to corruptions and taints in the warp spirit. We're unsure of the amount of damage or corruption caused, but there's a vast amount of tinkering. It's been idling for over a millennia, with only sorrow can describe as, again, just corruption to the machine curses.
Interesting.
Was that to the Titan or the cogitators and stuff?
That's actually his next question. He's to say, how did you run
Oh,
these diagnostics? Are you sure that this is that the Titan itself is tainted?
I ran the diagnostics on the cogitator, which was hooked up to the Titan, and that's what we were looking for, was the logs and work entries on the Titan. So yes, sir. That is what I've concluded.
Well, that changes everything. If you're 100% sure that this is tainted, then it seems that our efforts here are null and void. It should not fall into the hands of chaos. Do what must be done. Which is,
Watch Captain
blowing it up.
Raffin.
Yes. Brother Sorrow.
The Titan was codenamed Project Eden, and it seems to have been worked on by Chaos itself, or it seems to have been worked on by a man who was turned chaos by the paranoia of it. But inside the Titan lies a psychic chamber, possibly one of the first ones ever in existence. And through his various logs, it's said that it can be operated by, the chamber itself can be powered by one psyker. Do you still wish us to destroy the entire Titan, or should we just shut it all down?
The taint is there, but we do not know if the machine may be salvaged or not. That is why we were contacting you.
As
Brother-
he says.
Brother Sorrow, I think you are the most expert when it comes to warp taint. Have you, by chance, been able to run your own diagnostics on it to sense its taint?
Did I try to make a sign of science test for it earlier, Hosen?
I think
Or
you
have
failed.
I not run one yet? Yeah, I failed it. I'm pretty sure I did. I tried to sort out the chaos into quantitative data, but I was unable to because the power used on it is unfamiliar to me.
Interesting. Would you say that if it was completely tainted that you would be able to sense it fairly easy with such a large machine?
I would assume Hosen, is that where my beacon led to? Was the Titan itself?
Probably. Either the Titan or Archimedes.
Okay. I don't know if it was Archimedes, because the lights flickered. I don't know if Archimedes' power would have done that. Well, I don't know. Was he talking to me when that happened? No, that was just a pulse. That's right.
There was a pulse and your mind tried to get breached.
Was it at the same time?
Yeah,
So that
I
was-
believe they went side by side.
So it was probably his power then. The Titan's corruption. The Titan may be corrupted, but I don't think it's unsalvageable. It has done nothing throughout these millennia, or however long it's been here, I don't know. But it's never been awakened itself, so perhaps it could be more easily restored. Though I don't know what to make of the psychic chamber. I haven't had a chance to investigate it, and we're currently being pursued by an inquisitor. Also, we have a prisoner that is of great importance to us.
Oh, and what
The
prisoner is
actual man
this?
who built the Titan. It's the man who built the chamber for the Titan.
Interesting. I have been, the Inquisitor that you spoke of has been trying to contact me, though I have been I have been diverting his signals to me to other frequencies so that he cannot detect my presence here. I have not heard from you guys for a while. Did not want to engage in conversation and blow your cover down there. So I've yet to actually talk to him.
The room we've been locked in is heavily shielded, apparently, because no signal has been able to get in and out. Like, we have heard nothing down here.
Of course. Well, Brother Sorrow, I believe you are most familiar with the warp out of everyone here. If you deem this machine tainted, then do what must be done and destroy it. If you feel that it is something that can be salvaged, then go ahead and proceed with as much caution as you can and approach what needs to be done and extract it if it can be done. I'll leave this decision to you.
How would we just extract such an enormous machine, sir?
At least secure the area and I can get something to come down and get it. You do have the
Watch,
IG
Captain.
around. They can always help you out. Or perhaps there's something, I don't know. Perhaps you can learn to drive it. Fuck, I don't know. You guys will think of something, I'm sure.
It is a normal type. We could probably bring in some Mechanica stuff, Hosen, if you wanted to say stuff like that. Because they can pilot it. They just have to get in there and, you know, set the shit up to pilot. Because we don't know. We've never been inside it. It could be a fucking PlayStation control. At your discretion, Watch Captain, I will go back and see if I can better delve into it. Can I burn a fate point, Hosen? Or not burn it, but can I use one, try to make that roll again later, or like here in a moment? Try to get another
If
read.
you pop the hatch on it, you'll probably get another Cygnetius test. If you fail that, you can probably use your fate point.
Yeah, I will go back and see if I can once again get another reading, and if it fails, we will destroy it out of. Well, we will at least shut it all down and wipe the data to keep the forces of chaos from recovering what he was working on.
Very well.
Do you have any suggestions for how to deal with the Inquisitor?
Sasha has ran some reports on him. I got a name, whatnot. Goes by the name Inquisitor Harkin. Fairly new to the Inquisition. Order is Hereticus. He's probably in the area investigating. Probably, if I were to link up it to anything, probably investigating on Archimedes' influences, his pulses and power. He probably picked up on that, or somebody has set them off, and he's probably investigating that. He's probably there and more interested in Archimedes than anything else. But he's a fairly new Inquisitor and not as experienced as other Inquisitors. So how to best put it? I would not...
Be hesitant to give him Archimedes.
Yeah. Well, not so much that, but he might come in and without any good reason suspect that, you know, the Titan is tainted and then want to use his men to, which he'll probably do, you know? I mean, there's readings show that there's a lot of them. Probably use his men to destroy Project Eden if he feels that's tainted as well. He'll purge anything he believes is tainted, and what he thinks is tainted may not be, if, you know. From my experience of new Inquisitors, they can be rash sometimes with their new power.
Watch Captain, with your permission, I would request that if the Titan appears to not be tainted, instead of extracting it, would you believe it would be wise if we were able to pilot it, to use it to destroy the Tau and Tyranids on this planet?
Oh. Well, if you could somehow figure out how to drive that thing, and I have a front seat view to your destruction, then by all means, do it.
Very well, Watch Captain. We shall message you again when we take care of the Titan.
Very well. I only wish that at the end of this day, the tainted Titan is destroyed, or the non-tainted Titan is returned, or extracted, I guess. Your mouth. Okay.
Hell yeah, dude, my mouth.
Your mouth. Anyways.
Is that the end?
That's, yeah, unless anybody wants to say anything to him. He says, you know, go, do what must be done, in the name of the Emperor. And then He's done. Making its way down.
Oh, are we still talking to the watch captain? I'm sorry, I'm zoned out for just a moment.
He's still there if you want to talk to him. Yeah. But, you know, he's...
No, I was just seeing if we were actually in direct conversation. I didn't want to cut into it. We need to do something about Archimedes' body. Archimedes' body. We need to hide it or do something with it to at least sort of disguise it, or at least make up some lie about it. Or just flat out tell him he can't have the body, because he's not getting it.
Can't we teleport it up using the teleport?
Maybe. Are they going to be able to home in on it, Hosen?
Might have to be surface for that. I don't know how strong the teleport signal would be if it could be boosted or whatnot through this stuff. I'd say if you're gonna try to boost that teleport signal to like set it up on the elevator down here, it's gonna at least be a challenging tech use.
Well, we can at least try that, because I have no idea how it works either. So, if you would, you cast this.
I'm gonna use a fate point. And I still fail.
Okay. You'll probably have to go
That
surface.
didn't break my thing, did it?
No.
Good.
He broke a nail though while he was trying to
Assist?
set it up.
He just punches it with a servo arm. What the hell, man?
Why won't
It
you
didn't
work?
work.
Castle
This is Russian technology, right?
Yeah. So
God.
that's out of the question. Perhaps we can store his body in one of these things. Of course, he's just unconscious. He's not dead. No, he's in stasis. He's basically...
Stasis.
We should store him somewhere until...
We can put him in the Titan.
I could take him with me into the Titan.
You could throw him under some scrap metal.
That's kind of more what I had in mind. Hide him in one of the vehicles or something.
But what if the Inquisitor, or just a random Imperial Guardsman, happens upon his body? What do we do then?
Oh,
I know we could also... we could just put him into a corner and put rubble around him. So he like is covered by the rubble and no one sees him.
we can swaddle him in his robes. Or my robes, I guess. And say it's my guy. I think what I'm going to have us do, Cassilus, is have you lock my character, have you lock me in that room with the Titan while you're dealing with the Inquisitor, so I can better focus on what I want to be doing. And you can take my robe and cover him in it and be like, dude, it's our dead battle brother. Don't fucking touch his body. Take it with you. You don't have to.
I don't have any deceive skills, like the problem.
Yeah, but he's gonna be wearing my robe. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, if he's a new Inquisitor.
I mean, it looks like a good lie, so I mean, I could try. I'm just saying, like, as far as mechanics go, like, if he has any social skill at all, he's gonna be like, "You're full of shit," you know.
Or just intimidate him.
Yeah.
It's my brother. Ah, you're lying. No, we're not. Okay.
Brother Dominic, what if, as you said, you wanted to be locked in here with the Titan to work on it more? Hold on. Headphones came unplugged.
My Vox came unplugged.
I'll say that next time. You said you wanted to be locked in here with the Titan to further continue working on the Titan with your warp abilities. What if we just put Archimedes in here with you so that they cannot get to him?
I agree with that.
It has to
And
do with
me-
what happens if the Titan, something goes wrong with me working on the Titan. I mean, I like that plan better, but I would hate for us to both be in there, something goes wrong, and then you're unable to get in because the Titan is now insane. because it's absorbed me or whatever the hell happens with Titans and Psychic Chambers. I mean, I'll take him though. That is the best bet by a far wager. So the over/under is like 4,000 on that. So we're good.
Let's do that.
Very
Okay,
well.
If I go
And
then with a body.
what do we tell the Inquisitor and the Imperial Guardsmen once they arrive down here? What do we do to stall them?
You're the leader. We'll have to put our faith in you. Well, I have to put my faith in you guys. I will have no time to be focusing on what y'all are able to do out here. Just try to stay in contact range, or at least near, because I don't want to be in there forever. Even Space Marines starve.
Apparently Archimedes didn't starve. He was down here for fucking thousands of years.
He's chaos. He probably fed off his own bad thoughts. Is this door closed?
They closed the first blast door. I
Can
thought.
you open it a smidge, Castless, so I can get under it, and then just close it?
Yeah, I'll open it slightly so you can get under it.
And I will come out to you guys.
Okay, so Sorrow's gonna be by himself in the armory, and then you three are gonna be over by the elevator.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I need to use the bathroom again, dude. I'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back. They're just trying to figure out what they want to do.
Ozen?
The Inquisitor coming down.
I don't know how much longer we're gonna do this, but
I actually gotta go too.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, then I guess we're done, guys. So, join
I'm
me
okay with stopping here if you guys are. I mean, I'll also continue playing. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I
Alright.
only have like 10 more minutes, and after that, yeah, my sleep gradually comes to no.
Alright, no problem. We can go ahead and call it here. I'll see you guys in the next video then.
We played a lot more though. That was good.
Bye.
Yeah.